Unscripted.
So at least we're trying to keep with my theme of listening to the fans and keeping things as even keel as possible. You still have to celebrate some things when one company does something and it's absolutely incredible. I just feel like that's something that is incredible and that should be celebrated. And from my point of view, I love console gaming, right? Like, console gaming is what I enjoy to do the most in terms of like a hobby or anything like that. You know, anytime I get any bit of free time, I'm definitely gaming. I'm definitely having a, good time playing some video games and things like that. And so I'm always looking for that next big adventure, that next big cool thing to kind of dive into and play. And so when you hear time and time again that consoles are dying and, that everybody is going to be moving on to different ways to play games, it does make me feel incredibly good to see the positivity and consoles doing better than they ever have before in like the history of console gaming, because it really goes to show you that fans love that way of playing. And, I can't wait to see what happens next in the realm of consoles. And it's not that I hate other ways of gaming per se, it's just that, I grew up with console gaming ever since I was a little kid, playing the NES back in the 80s, and then kind of going on from there, Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast. That's the way I grew up. That's just how I enjoy gaming. I've tried other ways of gaming. I have like handhelds and stuff like that. That doesn't really keep my interest as long as playing, just kicking back on a big TV and playing something, on my Xbox or PlayStation or what have you. Even my Switch, I don't play undocked. I play with it hooked up to the TV. So that's just the type of gamer I am. So when news like this comes out, it warms my heart, because I want to see more stuff like this happen. I want to see amazing things happening for, console gaming. I want to see it to be around for a very, very long time, and I can't wait to see how this happens in the future. I want to see absolutely gaming continue to thrive and just be a huge thing for people everywhere, because it makes me so happy. I want other people to be happy with that as well. But hey, I've taken enough of your time with this. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a small little dying / rebuilding channel like myself, hey, consider yourself part of the building blocks to something great. All you have to do is like the video. It's free for you guys to do and means a lot for me personally. So thank you guys very much for rocking out with me. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You're amazing. You absolutely are, and I appreciate you. I know it's going to be a slow burn, and you have to put up with trolls and things like that, or at least I do. But I think that we're onto something special, and I think that I'm making the changes for the better, because I just feel like that's going to be the best way to kind of appeal and just have fun with this and not stress about it. So that's what I'm really happy about. So anyway, when it comes to video games, we know that I'm not going to pocket watch what Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo do. As long as I'm getting great games, that's fine. But there also is a bit of kind of a situation where, as gamers, we sort of do have to kind of go in there and kind of pay attention to what's going on with these companies in terms of how well they're selling and how they're doing things in general. And the reason why I say we have to do that is because if things aren't selling well, then you don't get any more of those things, right? And that's just honesty. That's just the most honest thing I can say about this whole situation. Okay, if you're not selling well, you're not going to continue to make something. Okay, and I would hate to see that continue to happen for Xbox or PlayStation or any company, right? I want to see them all do well, because I love console gaming. So when this new bit of news came out, I found it to be very interesting, and so I thought, hey, why not cover it? Why not talk about it, and just kind of dive in and see what everybody else thinks as well. So according to this anyway, it sounds pretty interesting, because they did the top 10 biggest video game companies in the world, and I thought this was really funny. The video game industry as a whole marked yet another sales record last year, being now worth over 130 billion US dollars. 2021's top 10 biggest video game brands are also largely the same as the previous years. The following lists the top 10 biggest video game companies in 2021 in the world by achieved gaming revenue last year. Only the gaming revenue is being taken into account for this ranking, according to this site, which I will link in the description. Revenue that a company may have generated from other branches of business is irrelevant here. While video game companies can technically be seen as software companies, non-gaming software sales are not being counted here. So this is very interesting as well. So the top 10 I found to be very, very interesting for a lot of reasons, because we get a better idea of what Sony is actually doing. So Sony is number one here at $25 billion. Obviously, the most profitable thing being their PlayStation 5. So according to this, Sony remains the biggest video game company in the world in 2021. The Japanese tech giant now makes the most of its gaming revenue, which totaled $25 billion last year. With the PlayStation 5 came out in 2020 and became the world's most popular next-gen console. However, Sony also produces many original video games for its console. The company's handheld video game console, the PlayStation Vita, contributed to Sony's number one position on the video game market as well, which I don't know how good that bit of information is there. But then it goes on to list Tencent as number 2 at $13.9 billion, Nintendo at number 3 at $12.1 billion, Microsoft at number 4 at $11.6 billion. So you have Microsoft at 11.6, Sony at $25 billion. According to this, the world's largest software company is also the world's fourth largest video game company. Microsoft made around $11.6 billion with Xbox Game Studios, the company's gaming branch. The gaming revenue was primarily generated by Microsoft's new next-gen Xbox Series X and S sales, of course, but Microsoft additionally develops video games itself or owns studios that do. A good example of this is Mojang, the Swedish video game studio, which is owned by Microsoft, is known for creating Minecraft, which has recently become the most popular video game in history. Then number 5 is Activision Blizzard at $8.1 billion. 6 is Electronic Arts at $5.5 billion. Epic Games, number 7, at $4.2 billion. Take-Two Interactive, $3.1 billion. Sega Sammy at $2.3 billion. Bandai Namco at $2.2 billion. So that rounds out the top 10, and this is very good because the video game market has overtaken the movie market, and I think that goes to show you just how much video gaming has changed and how video games in general have really done a fantastic job with everything that they've been able to do. And I think that this is something that I find to be really fantastic. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of gaming. I'm a huge fan of preserving the industry. I'm a huge fan of, just kind of keeping it real with what these gamers are kind of after. And I think that the fact that Sony and, Microsoft and these companies are doing such an amazing thing with these consoles, I think it just goes to show that console gaming is going to be around for a long time to come yet. And I really do think that that's going to be a fantastic thing for all of us and for everybody involved. And I just want to say that means that console gaming can be around for many, many years to come. I know that probably it seems like these companies are in sort of this situation where they want to push us to other things like maybe streaming technology or whatever, but I really do think that console gaming is probably the best way just to kind of kick back and relax and game, and I just love it, and I don't want to see it go anywhere. And so I hope that you guys kind of understand what I'm talking about when I mention that. For me personally, console gaming is just so amazing, and I know that like technically you can spend a ton of money and do that much better on PC, and I understand that, but what I'm talking about is just in general how I like gaming personally and what it means to me just as as a whole. Just it has meant so much to me just in my life, and I can just remember so many great times even early on, playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games back on the Genesis and Super Nintendo, like Turtles in Time. Even on the NES there was a few really good turtle beat 'em ups and stuff like that, and that first Konami Turtle game, which was hard as balls, but just one of the best times I ever remember having. Just my whole life has been incredible and gaming has just been such a huge part of that I've really enjoyed it. So with that being said, I will link this. You guys can let me know what you think. I'm not putting one company down over the other here. I'm just saying it's great that these companies are doing well, and that PlayStation in particular, 25 billion revenue is huge numbers. It means that console gaming is alive and well, folks. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.
Unscripted.